Keith, what's going on?
Huh? What's wrong, Mandy? We're traveling together. And you are texting me?
I thought we were going on a trip as a couple. Why am I being left alone?
What are you talking about? We are on the same train.
We're sitting way too far apart. Also, why are your parents here?
What's wrong with my parents?
This trip was supposed to be in place of our honeymoon. We were too busy with work right after we got married.
Well, that was the plan at first. Dad and Mom wanted to come with us. I don't see why we can't bring them. It's more fun with more people. We're going on a family vacation this time.
If you're going to make it a family trip with a bunch of people, I should have brought my parents too.
That's not how it works.
Why not?
You are my wife now. You and your parents aren't family anymore.
Of course we are. Marriage doesn't change the fact that we're family. And the train we're on now, you guys are sitting together in the premium seats. Why do I have to sit alone in a different car? Why did you kick me out? I'm the only one not allowed to sit in the premium.
I don't have a choice. My mom needs a seat for two. Don't complain about every little thing.
I don't understand why you and I are seated separately.
You're lucky you got to sit. It's a crowded train.
You know, I feel so empty being alone in the middle of nowhere. You guys are chatting and smiling.
We can do things together once we get off the train.
I don't understand why we are here with your parents in the first place. We were supposed to be on a trip alone.
Don't you like my father and mother?
It's not that I don't like them.
Then why don't you just go on vacation with them? Mom wanted us to move in with them, but we wanted to have our own place. This trip is a way of apologizing and showing our appreciation.
Look, that's not what I'm talking about. I wanted to enjoy this trip with just you.
I enjoy it more with Mom and Dad.
What?
Isn't it great to be able to come on a trip with parents you don't normally see?
I mean, they're only a 15-minute drive away. You visit them all the time.
Whatever the case, you're already here with them, so don't complain now. We can always take a trip again.
We've been too busy. We finally made it happen this time. We had to work so hard to take these days off. If we miss this opportunity, I don't know when we'll be able to go.
Then why don't you quit your job?
Huh?
You're the one who chose to keep working after we got married. That's why we couldn't make it happen.
I can't quit my job so easily. Do you know how hard I worked to get the job I have now?
That's it.
What?
You became my wife, and all you do is assert yourself like that. That's why Mom and Dad hate you. I don't know if you think you're a superwoman or what. Don't be a snob just because you get paid more than I do.
I'm not.
Nope. I know why you are still working. You want me to realize the fact that you make more.
Wow. I don't know what to say to you.
Mandy, will you please stop this? You've been complaining about Keith for a while now. You're ruining our fun family vacation.
Marge, have you been reading all my texts?
I had a look at all of them.
I can't believe you snooped on his phone.
That's not a very nice thing to say. Keith was the one who showed it to me. He told me you've been complaining a lot.
I see. Well, I don't mind if you read them.
Oh, so you're just going to be like that? You're still the same cocky wife. What's wrong with us coming along on this trip? You've got a chance to show some appreciation. You should be grateful.
Show some appreciation?
That's right. You and Keith, we supported you guys a lot.
I wonder if that's true. I don't know about Keith, but I don't remember you taking care of me.
What?
We're the ones taking care of you guys. We help you guys with cleaning, shopping, etc. And we send $1,500 every month.
I get so frustrated when I talk to you. I'd like to end this now. I'll make this short.
What do you mean?
You know what? We have one room reserved, so you're going to have to stay outside.
What? Wait a minute. Didn't you guys get a room?
I was going to do so. After all, it was too late that we couldn't reserve one. Keith also tried to get us a reservation, but all the rooms were full.
Oh no. So, what are you going to do? You mean the three of us are staying in a twin room?
That's what I meant. Keith negotiated with the hotel. They put an extra bed in the twin room so that the three of us can stay in a twin room.
Huh?
But 4 people in a twin room would be too many. I can't do anything about this. Please stay somewhere else.
It was supposed to be my trip. I'll be left out again, won't I?
Oh, Keith says he'd be okay with that too. He's happy to be able to spend some time with us. If you can't find a hotel, why don't you stay at a hostel or something?
Don't regret it.
Huh?
No, it's nothing.
Mandy, I think Mom told you, but find yourself a hotel tonight.
I'm stunned. You guys are showing each other your texts.
We are family. I don't mind showing my texts. They say you were sassy to talk to them like that. Both Mom and Dad were unhappy.
Okay. Then I'll just do whatever I want by myself during this trip.
What?
You're prioritizing your mother and father. That means you don't want to hang out with me, right?
No. It's just that the train and the hotel happen to be separate. We'll meet on the platform when we get off the train. And then we'll just check into the hotel, right?
You know, what's the point of meeting up on the platform if we're going to be staying at different hotels?
Then you will be alone. I feel sorry for you.
You don't need to worry about that.
Oh, come on. Don't be so angry. We're staying in different places. We'll meet up somewhere in the morning and go sightseeing together. It's a family trip, right?
It was supposed to be our trip.
We'll just do it another time.
That's enough. My head is starting to hurt.
Huh?
Anyway, don't worry about me.
Mandy?
I'm sure your parents are reading this anyway. Bye.
What? Mandy, where did you go? I just went to check your seat and you weren't there. Don't tell me you got off the train. Hey, pick up the phone. I'm calling so many times. What the hell? Why are you so mad at me? Don't tell me you got off the train. We're on a fun family vacation today. You're so selfish. Are you ignoring me? Okay, whatever. If you're going to be so stubborn, I'll have fun with my mom and dad. Hey Mandy, I'm home now. We went sightseeing and the spa. I enjoyed this trip with my parents. Are you out somewhere? I haven't heard from you since you said you were going by yourself. Maybe you're still traveling alone?
Hi, Keith.
Ah, finally got a reply. I got some gifts for you. Hurry up and come home.
I'm not going home.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you still upset about the hotel? You'd better not. I'll take you on a trip sometime soon.
Soon? What are you talking about?
What?
I'm all done.
Huh? Hey, wait a minute. Your stuff is missing from home.
Oh, you finally noticed.
Don't tell me you ran away from home.
I didn't want to be with you.
No. You're overreacting. Don't be so stubborn, just come home.
Overreacting? We planned this trip as a married couple's getaway. Not only did you bring your mother and father without permission, you made me sit by myself on the train. Then, you made me stay at a different hotel. I don't think I'm overreacting.
I just want you to realize something.
What?
I brought Mom and Dad along for a reason.
A reason?
To make you realize your position as my wife.
What?
You're my wife, but you make more money than I do. You're not even fulfilling the role of a wife.
What's the wife's role?
To serve me and my parents.
What? What era are you from?
Look, I'm the oldest son. Mom and Dad expect me to have a son. And you're too busy working, you don't want to have kids at all.
That's none of their business to decide if we want kids or not. We agreed that we won't have kids for a while because we're both busy with work.
But I really wanted to have children as soon as possible. Mom and Dad want to see their grandchildren too. You're my wife now. You should listen to my parents.
Huh.
Mom and Dad are trying to fix your sassy personality. They're trying their best to make you a suitable wife for our family. Do you understand?
And you're in favor of this educate the wife thing, aren't you?
Yes, I do. You're too sassy. I'd like my parents to educate you for our future.
What do you mean by sassy? What do you want me to do? I'm your wife, so I shouldn't be working. I'm your wife, so I shouldn't make more money than you do. I'm your wife, so I should obey you. I'm your wife, so I should give birth to your son. Like this?
That's right. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't get it.
What?
I make more money than you because I'm in a job that has high income potential. Also, I'm putting in the effort to match it. They say I don't listen to you, but they tell me to stop working or to come and do housework on my days off. They demand for money every month and tell me to give birth to an heir as soon as possible. That's just unreasonable.
What's wrong with you? You became a part of my family.
It doesn't matter anymore. I'm not your wife anymore.
What?
I'm back at my parents' house now.
What? Your parents' house?
It means you and I are getting a divorce.
Divorce?
Yes. You should go back to your parents' house. You can live with your mommy and daddy.
Going back to my parents? What do you mean?
Can you pay for the apartment on your own?
Well,
I've been paying all the rent until now, but I don't live there anymore. I don't have to pay rent anymore, right?
damn it. Suit yourself. I'll divorce you if you insist. I'm getting rid of you. I'm going to live happily with my mom and dad. Mandy, I heard from Keith. Are you divorcing my son? I heard you moved out. I won't allow you to divorce without our permission. I won't allow you to do anything selfish. You're making a big fuss over the little things. You are my son's wife. You should go back home.
I don't want to. I don't want to be married to an idiot who totally ruins my vacation. I am divorcing him no matter what.
How dare you talk to me like that? You belong to my family.
I don't.
What did my son do to you? He just wanted to do something nice to us, that's all.
Something nice to you? I know he wanted to educate me, and all of you agreed to do that. I know everything. You and your husband wanted me to become a suitable wife.
That? Yes. We're trying to educate you to be a suitable wife for our family and be worthy of being our daughter-in-law.
Your son told me the same thing.
Yes.
But that's just bullying and harassing. That's why I'm divorcing Keith. You three will get along.
The three of us? What do you mean?
Didn't he tell you? He can't pay the rent for the apartment on his salary. I'm sure he'll eventually come back to live with you guys.
Oh, I see. Well, okay. I don't mind if he moves back home. He should get rid of a cocky wife like you. It's more fun to live with us at home.
Of course, I'll stop sending money.
Huh? I don't need your money. It was Keith who used to send us money every month, wasn't it? If he comes back to our house, he's going to pay for our living expenses.
I was the one sending you money every month.
Huh? That's not true. The money was always transferred in Keith's name.
Yes, he made the transfers, but the $1,500 was from my money. My income is much higher than his. You know that, don't you?
I knew that, but...
He has a lot of pride. He wanted to pretend he was the one sending money home.
That's
so funny. You can't live without my income. You're asking me to quit my job? Well, but from now on, good luck to you and your son.
Wait a minute. Divorce is fine, but can you keep sending me money?
If I divorce Keith, we're strangers. I don't owe you anything to send money to someone else's house.
But...
I'll have my lawyer proceed with the divorce. Goodbye.
Wait! Mandy, please! Mandy, can we talk? I have something I want to talk to you about. You're supposed to be off work today, right? Please, pick up the phone.
Hi, I'm at the store and can't answer the phone right now. What do you want?
What store?
I can't talk right now.
Can we live together again? I can't live without you, and neither can my mother. I'm sorry I left you out of our trip. I know I told you to quit your job and listen to my mother. I'm sorry I said those horrible things. Can we talk?
I'm sorry. I won't be able to contact you anymore.
Huh?
I'm at a cell phone shop right now. I'm going to sign a new contract and change my phone number and everything.
Oh, hey.
Oh, and just so you know, there's no point in barging into my parents' house. I've already moved into my new place. My father's going on a business trip overseas, and my mother's going with him, so they'll be gone for a while.
Wait, please, let me talk.
Well, you won't be able to text me or call me now. Bye.
Mandy, wait. Don't abandon me.
Keith tried to get in touch with me. He went around asking all the relatives and friends he could think of for my contact information. Rumors that he and his in-laws were harassing me had already spread everywhere. He was not able to get any information from anyone. Both Keith and his parents were living on my income. After the divorce, of course, they were in financial trouble. Keith never recovered from the shock of the divorce. He left his job. Now they are living in an old house with Keith's parents' pension money. They are living in miserable poverty. I, on the other hand, am enjoying my life in a newly rented apartment. I'm now able to spend the money I earn freely. I plan to go on a trip with my good friends the next time I have a vacation.
Amanda, give me back my beloved son. I believe that you guys were getting on well. I never thought you'd be cheating. He was devastated by your betrayal and jumped off a cliff. Oh, my poor son. He's only 35, a whole life ahead of him. Amanda, at least have the decency to reply. Hey, are you seriously ignoring your mother-in-law? My son passed away because of you. I'll never forgive you for that. The cheating wife, a traitor, you better not show up at the funeral. Daniel, honey, you're alive, right?
What's the matter, hon? I'm here, alive and well.
Phew, good to hear.
What happened?
Sorry, I got this weird message on Telegram earlier.
Weird message?
Yeah, it was super creepy.
Who was it from?
Hold on, let me confirm first. Your mom doesn't have a smartphone, right?
Yeah, she's still sticking with her flip phone. She's not big on new tech. She says she'll stick with it until the bitter end.
Which means she can't use Telegram.
No, she can't. She'll probably upgrade to a smartphone eventually. But she's more into talking than texting anyway. She might never bother with texting apps.
Yeah, I agree.
So what's up? Does the weird message you got have something to do with Mom?
Well, it's weird because it came from an ID I didn't recognize. But the displayed name was MIL.
Mother-in-law?
Yeah, it's weird for someone to set their name as MIL. Just to be sure, I wanted to check with you.
So basically, Mom got a new smartphone without us knowing and started using Telegram?
I thought that at first, but it seems different. The content was just way off, you know.
What was it?
It's so grim, I'm hesitant to even put it in words. I'm sure it'll probably upset you.
But it came from someone claiming to be my mom, right?
Well, technically, but if this person is calling themselves mother-in-law, there's only one person they could be referring to. Your mom.
In that case, it might be wise for me to understand the content too.
I guess, yeah. You're heading to her place now, right?
Yep. I'm on the train heading there as we speak.
Okay. Might be good to check before you arrive.
Alright, can you send me a screenshot later?
Got it, but I'm worried. Really, just keep your guard up when you see it.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, I almost screamed when I first read it.
That shocking? Must be serious then. Okay, I'll be careful. I read it, hun.
Aw, baby, are you okay?
I'm fine, but yeah, this is seriously messed up. It made me sick to my stomach.
See?
There's no way this is from Mom. This person's talking about a son who jumped off a cliff, but here I am, alive and well. Who the heck is she talking about?
Exactly. I knew it couldn't be about you. But it was just so shocking that I got worried if you were okay. I panicked and texted you.
Thanks. I'm alright though.
Yeah, thank goodness. Seriously, who do you think sent that message? Maybe it was supposed to go to someone else and accidentally came to me?
But they know your name. It's definitely directed at you.
You're right.
It's best if you don't get involved any further. We don't know if it's just a prank or someone with a grudge against you. This person could be dangerous. You might get more of these creepy messages in the future.
Ugh, I hope not. I don't want to keep dealing with this.
For now, it's probably best to just ignore it until I get back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Maybe it's a good idea to avoid going out too. If anything happens, I want you to contact me immediately. But I'll be driving tomorrow morning, so I might not be able to reply right away.
I don't have anywhere to go, so I'll stay home.
Make sure to double check the locks, just in case.
Got it.
And if any suspicious people show up, don't open the door.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Amanda, do you even realize you're someone's wife? Not only have you not replied to me once since then, but you haven't even gone back home. After treating your husband so horribly, ignoring the messages from your mother-in-law is unbelievable. What are you thinking? Even if you're a cheating traitor, you're still my daughter-in-law. Isn't it too much to ask to do your best for the sake of your late husband for the one last time? Are you reading this? I don't know where you are right now, but hurry back. Amanda. Honey, sorry for hitting you up so late. You might be sleeping already. If you're up though, let me know.
Hey, no worries. Just got out of the shower a bit ago.
Nice. Is your mom already in bed?
No, she's still up. Something wrong?
Got another message from that same person.
Seriously?
They keep calling too. I'm starting to worry they'll show up at the house or something.
Man, who the heck is it? Pretending to be my mom and freaking you out.
Your mom would never pull stuff like this.
By the way, I actually checked and she's still using the flip phone.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So whoever's bothering you isn't her.
Have you already told her about it?
Oh yeah, showed her the screenshot you sent me.
She must have been livid.
Yeah, she was like, this is outrageous. How disturbing to discuss my son who's alive and well like this.
Can't blame her for being angry. So there's definitely an imposter out there.
Oh, hold up.
What?
Mom's looking at the screenshot again. She thinks she recognizes the profile picture of the imposter.
The profile picture?
I mean, not exactly the profile picture itself, but she feels like she's seen the actual thing in the picture somewhere before. She says it was displayed in someone's house.
The profile pic. It's a handmade looking teddy bear, right?
Exactly. Probably handmade. Now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen it somewhere too.
You too?
Yeah, can't quite put my finger on it though.
So there's a chance this person is connected to your mom and you.
Yeah, probably. That teddy bear was likely displayed in the house of someone we know. Either way, I don't want to leave you alone. I'll head over there early tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be waiting.
Honey, I remember now.
What's going on all of a sudden? Aren't you still at work?
It just came to me while working. The house where that teddy bear was.
Okay, whose house?
Your ex-husband.
Liam? No way.
Well, technically, it's his ex-family home, I guess. They moved out, so another family should be living there now, but...
Alright. You guys were childhood friends. You went to preschool through middle school together.
Yeah, and I met you through a mutual friend of Liam and me.
Right.
He lived in that house until midway through high school, but his parents got divorced and his dad moved out. Soon after that, he and his mom moved too. Since our moms were close friends in the same neighborhood, we used to hang out at each other's houses a lot when we were kids.
So that teddy bear in the picture, you saw it back then?
Yeah, probably handmade by his mom. It was made with colorful fabric, so it's stuck in my memory. So you probably know what happened afterward, but about 10 years ago it came out that his mom had a huge debt, and they had a huge fight, which led to their estrangement.
Yeah, I met him after they cut ties, so I never met his mom.
Things are starting to make sense now.
Really?
You know the imposter's message about her son jumping off a cliff because of his wife's affair or whatever? And she mentioned a funeral, right? If it was really him, wouldn't I have heard about it through our mutual friends?
Oh yeah, that does make sense.
I'll check with friends who might know something.
Yeah, please do. Amanda, how long are you planning to ignore me? Give me a response already. Honestly, how many times do I have to tell you? Ignoring your husband's mother like this. You need to cut it out. Oh, finally replied. But that's just plain rude. You can't just tell your mother-in-law to cut it out, you know. Listen, My mother-in-law is right next to me. So who are you? Who am I? I'm your mother-in-law, of course. My mother-in-law is literally rolling on the floor laughing next to me right now. That can't be. What do you mean? She's laughing her head off, seeing her imposter sending messages. Imposter? And also, the husband who supposedly fell off the cliff is alive and thriving. He's at work right now, just like any other day. You're lying. My son isn't in this world anymore. Quit making up stories about other people's husbands passing away, would you? Do you want to talk to my mother-in-law, who's right next to me, to confirm? Hold on. The person next to you isn't your mother-in-law. I'm the real deal. Do you still insist on that, even though it's obvious you're the fake? What are you talking about? Actually, a few days ago, we started living together. Right now, we're having lunch. Living together? Recently, my husband and I bought a new house. We were concerned about her house getting old, so we decided to have her move in with us. On the day you sent those alarming messages, my husband went to pick her up. She's been here since. What nonsense are you spouting? I'm not living with anyone. I still live alone in my apartment. Honestly, you've been talking nonsense all this time. Cut it out. Living alone in an apartment means you're definitely not my mother-in-law. Her house was a standalone. If I have to forcefully call you my mother-in-law, maybe you're my former mother-in-law. That's the only thing that comes to mind. What? Former? You're Heidi, right? Yes. You're my ex-husband Liam's mother. Did you say he's your ex-husband? I thought you were just cheating on him, but you got remarried already? To who? I can't tell you that. Tell me. I can't just spill personal info to a stranger. We're not strangers, we're family. Former family, remember? Never mind the tedious details, just tell me who you married. Nope. You realize now you got the wrong person to send messages to, so please don't contact me again. Goodbye. Wait, Amanda! Amanda, you better cough up $200,000 as compensation for your affair. Technically, it should go to Liam, but because of you, he isn't around anymore, so I'll take it as his proxy. I'm the only one who can clear his regrets, being his mother-in-law. I'll send you my bank account details later, so make sure you pay up by next Wednesday. I won't accept anything other than a lump sum. No installments. Amanda, today's the deadline for the transfer. I haven't seen the money coming in yet. Don't tell me you forgot. Ugh, it's you again. What about the compensation? I told you it had to be paid in one lump sum, right? I have no reason to pay you. You cheated and now you won't even listen to your husband's mother? Let me clarify. I quit being your daughter-in-law a long time ago. I got that, but that doesn't change the fact that you cheated. I didn't cheat. Oh, please. What are you saying now? You confessed just the other day that you married your affair partner. I won't let you act like that confession never happened. I'm telling you, I didn't cheat. My current husband and I started dating over 2 years after I divorced Liam. Wait, after the divorce? To start from the beginning, Liam and I divorced 4 years ago. Are you really? That long ago? You didn't know? Well, we've been living separate lives since he cut ties with me 10 years ago, you know. The reason for the divorce was that we felt our lives were going in different directions, and it was difficult to live together due to differences in values. It was an amicable divorce, without any blame, so no compensation was involved. I see. You seriously didn't know anything? But he jumped off a cliff because of his wife's infidelity. No, he's alive, you know. Wait. Apart from a scraped leg, he's perfectly fine. What are you talking about? There's no way falling off a cliff would result in just a scrape. Listen to me, Heidi. It's been 10 years since he cut ties with you. You live far away, making it difficult to get accurate information. The truth about him jumping off a cliff is that he went on a hike with friends to see a cliff edge spot. On the way back, he stumbled in the parking lot, injuring his leg. Are you kidding me? There was indeed infidelity on the wife's part, but that's old news from 6 months ago, and they're already divorced.
In other words, the cliff incident has nothing to do with it.
I see.
How he went from tripping in a parking lot to falling off a cliff is beyond me, but he's indeed alive and well.
Well, as long as he's okay.
Let me ask you, have you heard anything about his funeral?
I just assumed. I wasn't told because we're estranged.
Oh, and this is crucial. I wasn't the one who cheated. It was his new wife.
Oh.
I got divorced 4 years ago. There's no way of cheating after that.
I mean, I didn't even know he had remarried. When I heard about the affair, I immediately thought of you.
I see. Anyway, I've given you all the information I found, so I don't have any reason or obligation to deal with you anymore.
Wait, hold on. What about $200,000?
Excuse me?
The compensation. You promised to pay it all at once.
Yeah, right. I never made such a promise. Since I divorced him, I have nothing to do with you anymore. I have no obligations to pay you anything.
That's a problem.
How?
I'm in debt.
In debt?
Yeah, I owe $100,000.
Whoa, that much? What did you use it for?
I got a bit hooked on gambling.
Geez, but why demand $200,000 when you owe $100,000?
I figured I'd use the extra to hit the casino again and hit the jackpot this time.
Unbelievable.
Come on, it's a good deal, right? Give me $200,000. When I make a profit, I'll share it with you.
I can't deal with this nonsense.
Oh, come on.
I got freaked out for nothing.
Amanda?
So goodbye.
Wait, please give me $200,000.
Knowing the true identity of the imposter, I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. I spent some anxious days worrying about my husband's safety and if I was also being targeted, but to think it was my ex-mother-in-law I've never even met. My ex-husband Liam heard about the whole ordeal too, and he called to apologize. I was curious how she got my Telegram ID, but according to him, a relative accidentally spilled it to her. I've taken measures on their end, so hopefully I won't have any more issues. As for the gambling addict, Heidi, demanding $200,000, well, she's apparently working hard now trying to pay off her inflated debts. Honestly, she's just a stranger to me, so I couldn't care less about her, but I hope she'll stop thinking about making a quick buck through gambling and start living a decent life. On the other hand, my husband, his mother, and I are enjoying our ordinary life together. Despite being dragged around by Heidi, I'm looking forward to spending a peaceful, harmonious time with my family from now on.
Hi, Lisa. It's a short workday today, isn't it? Huh? Today is Thursday, right? The short workday at my company is Wednesday. I wasn't talking about your company's policy. It's a day for you to come home quickly and do your job as a wife. That's why I'm telling you to come home without working overtime. I've never heard that before. I've just decided. If you're not working late, you can leave early. What is that? You're thinking like, if you don't have bread, just eat cake. Anyway, come home early. Before you come home, go to the supermarket and get some groceries for dinner. When you get home, you prepare my dinner, clean the bathroom, clean the toilet, and mop the floor. You can't just abandon your duties as a wife because of your job. That's unacceptable. That's impossible. Huh? I have to go to a distant client tomorrow, so I'm not going home today. I'm leaving on the train. What? Do you think you can get away with such nonsense? It's my job. It can't be helped. I've already told my husband Frank. Besides, even though we live together, it's a two-family house. Your side of the family should do the housework. I'm really dumbfounded. What's your job? You're a woman. You don't have much of a job anyway, but you have the nerve to go on a business trip? Normally, when a woman becomes a wife, she should quit her job and take care of her family, right? And you've been married for 20 years, and you still don't want to be part of the family. Are you talking about that again? As I said before, I am in a position of some responsibility in my company. I can't just casually leave early or resign. You haven't believed me for a long time that I'm a manager. Of course I don't. It's insane for a married woman to be in a managerial position. And an incompetent person like you can't possibly be in a managerial position. I see. That's why I'm telling you to quit your job. It's not like you're making much money anyway, and the business will run smoothly even if you're not there. Besides, what's more important than anything else? I think the reason I don't have grandchildren is because you're working. You are in your 40s. You are on the verge of not being able to have a baby, so you need to get on with it. That's why I want you to stop working. If I stop working, I won't be able to make a decent living. Besides, I've decided not to have kids. I have my hands full with my life right now, and I don't see any way I can adequately raise a child. What are you saying? You still insist that you can't live on Frank's earnings alone? We've been having the same conversation over and over again. There's no way that's true. Oh my God, I really wonder why a woman like you came to me as a daughter-in-law. As for me, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that you don't believe me even when I show you my paycheck stubs. Huh? My lunch break is over, so I'm going now.
Hey Lisa, you said some terrible things to my mom.
Terrible things?
She said you took offense at her suggestions and lashed out at her. She's your mother too, even if she's your mother-in-law. Take better care of her. Respect her more.
Oh my God. I guess that's what they say.
Huh?
I'm being told that I'm totally in the wrong and that my mother-in-law can talk to me however she likes. I don't think your mother was right. That's why I argued my point of view. I didn't want to give in just because I was dealing with my mother-in-law.
Huh? It's not my mom's fault. You were embarrassed because my mom pointed it out, weren't you? That's why you took offense, right? If you honestly admit your guilt and sincerely apologize, I'll forgive you now. So apologize quickly.
Yes, you're right. It's enough. I've put up with you for the past 20 years, haven't I?
Huh? What are you talking about?
About my side of things. I'm at a hotel on a business trip, reconfirming the documents I need tomorrow. I guess that's it then.
Hey! I'm not done talking with you.
Lisa, I heard you're on a business trip again today. Yes, I am. I heard you're coming back in 3 days. Yes, that's right. Is there any possibility of a change of schedule? I can't say for sure. It depends on the situation at the destination. Is there a problem? Nothing, just checking. Okay. Okay then. Frank, what does this mean?
Oh?
I just came back from a business trip. All the furniture and dishes in the house are gone, leaving only my things. And there's divorce papers on the floor of the living room. What is this?
As you can see, I'm divorcing you. I talked it over with Mom, and we decided to start living separately, so we moved out.
Did you do that on purpose? You know today is our 20th wedding anniversary, right?
Yes, I do. Well, just because divorcing on your wedding anniversary is sad for you.
That's not really an explanation. So you're saying that your mother agrees with the separation to divorce process?
That's what I meant.
That's right, I get it. But I'll make sure you fulfill any necessary responsibilities that come with the divorce.
Responsibilities? Oh, you mean the divorce papers? I don't know what you're in such a hurry for, but the divorce papers are filled out by me. All you have to do is fill them out, send them in, and that's it. I'm fulfilling my last responsibility as your husband, filling out the divorce papers. Before you get on your high horse and start pointing fingers, you might want to check it out.
Oh, by the way, let me ask you something.
What?
How are you going to pay for your living expenses from now on?
Huh?
Your mother doesn't work. You're going to have to support her with your earnings. What do you think about that?
Of course I'm thinking about it. My mother and I have my father's inheritance, so it doesn't matter if you're not here.
I see. Okay, I get it. Are you sure you want to file for divorce?
Yes, I'm sure. Just fill them out as soon as possible.
I'll think about it. Lisa, as expected, you're home already, right? Honey, I'm done with you. You and Frank will be divorced. Oh, this time I have to deal with my mother-in-law. This time? Frank sent me a text a while ago about the divorce and moving out. Oh, I didn't know. Then there's only one thing I can say. In order for me to have a grandchild as soon as possible, I think the best thing I can do is for you to get out of my life and get Frank a new wife. A new wife? Frank told you that, didn't he? Holly is pregnant with Frank's child, and she wants to be married before the baby is born. Holly? Who's that? Oh, you don't know? Holly is a pretty and thoughtful woman who will turn 26 this year. I found her for Frank because you never had a baby. Huh? Holly is very different from an old wife like you. It's better to have a young woman to give birth to a child, isn't it? Old? Frank is older than me. You're much older than me. Shut up. Why do you lack respect for your mother-in-law? I'm so glad I didn't let you have a child. It would have been terrible if they grew up to be rude like their mother. Huh, I see. I'd like to ask you one thing. What? What are you going to do about your living expenses from now on? What? If you let Frank divorce me, it means you can no longer rely on my earnings. I don't know if Holly, whose name you just mentioned, is working. I made her leave because she got pregnant so that she could start a family. I see. So the 3 of you will be living on Frank's earnings, and in a few months, the 4 of you will be living on his earnings alone. Yes, that's right. Are you sure you can handle it? Of course we will be fine. After all, Frank's monthly income is double yours. We'll be able to live without any problems at all. What? Frank doesn't make that much money. What are you talking about? The pay stub you showed me before. Your take-home pay was about $3,000, right? Frank's salary is double that, so he earns $6,000 a month. That's the opposite. Opposite? I make twice as much as Frank. What? Let me put it in a simple way. It is correct that my take-home pay is $3,000 per month. Frank earns about half of that. That means $1,500 a month. Huh? Even though you lived in the guest room, you lived under the same roof and you didn't notice? Your son has moved from job to job. In the 20 years since he married me, he has quit and changed jobs 11 times. 11 times? The longest one lasted a little over 3 years. The shortest one he quit after just 1 day. How can his salary go up like this? Why does he quit his job so quickly? Maybe it's because he's spoiled. What do you mean? Almost all the reasons for quitting, it seems, are human relations. When I asked him about the details, he told me that he always quits because he gets into a fight with another employee. In the worst cases, they even grabbed each other and fought. I even paid compensation to the other party. I don't understand. But it's not my son's fault. He must have been bullied or mistreated at work. Then he has every right to be angry. I don't know what's really going on here. It's hard to imagine that he's been bullied at every one of the 10 companies he's left. Of course, there are times when people get into trouble when they work. But to resign after a fight on your first day at work is just too strange. I think it's more reasonable to think that Frank had a problem and that he was the one that started the fight. What if it's true? Why didn't you tell me earlier? Frank said he would tell you himself. I didn't hear about it. Frank probably didn't tell you. Anyway, because of these circumstances, he depended on my salary to live. So having a child was just a dream. When I was a newlywed, I wanted to have children too. Even though I didn't have the money when I was young, I kept thinking, when I get older and can afford it. I kept thinking about it, and before I knew it, 20 years had passed. Because Frank's salary did not increase, we had to give up on having children. Even if it weren't for that, I would have had to give up on having a child because my husband quit his job every time he had a fight or a disagreement. I can't think of raising a child because it's too unstable and random. And if something goes wrong and someone gets hurt and there is an incident, I would feel sorry for my child.
Wait a minute. If that's true, why would Frank divorce you, the breadwinner? That's too stupid of him, no matter how much Holly is in his life.
According to the text from Frank just now, he said he'll be fine because of the inheritance left by his father.
Huh? Inheritance? There's no such thing and there never has been.
I'm sure that's true. Your husband liked to spend his money. Anyway, why don't you talk about it with Frank face to face? It seems that you two overestimated each other's importance and depended on each other. You both seem to have left out important details.
Hey, Lisa. I'll give you one last chance.
What? Did you have a discussion with your mother?
Yes, I did. I'll tell you how it went.
No, I don't want to know.
I'll tell you the only way you don't have to get a divorce from me. If you want to continue our relationship, you give me money every month. You're gonna give me and my mother everything you make. Do you understand?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're an idiot.
Huh?
I'll explain it to you in detail. From now on, Mom and I will be in charge of the household finances. I'll give you $50 as a monthly allowance, and you'll make do with that. If you agree to these terms, we won't get divorced, and I'll tell you where to move.
Huh, I see.
If you want to be a family with me in the future, you're going to have to put up with me treating you like an ATM.
I can't because I'm going to live in England.
Huh? England?
A while ago, I was troubled by the fact that the company told me, or rather strongly implied, that I'd be transferred overseas. But you and your mother said you wanted a divorce and moved out. Thanks to that, I've made up my mind.
Huh?
So, I'm getting divorced, so I accepted the offer of an overseas assignment. I said yes today.
What?
If you are single, would you be willing to take a permanent assignment and be prepared to live there permanently? I was asked, and I said yes. I wonder if I'll come to the US only for short visits.
Have you already filed for divorce?
Yeah, I have already divorced. I stopped by the city office this morning before work and handed in the paperwork. You told me to file as soon as possible, so I did.
No way. I found out I'm not going to get my father's inheritance, which I was counting on. How are my mom and I going to make a living now?
Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm going to sue you for your infidelity.
Sue? What? Why? I've never been unfaithful.
Holly, right? Your mother told me everything.
What?
Even if she hadn't, I already was suspicious. That's why I had already been gathering evidence against you. It seems you decided to have this young Holly have the baby because I wouldn't have it. Have you ever thought about why I don't want to have children? Because your low salary and low sense of responsibility are not enough to raise a child properly. It seems that your mother has encouraged you to have a baby. You're going to have a hard time from now on.
Damn.
I've asked my lawyer to take care of everything else. I'm a stranger to you now.
Oh, Lisa, wait a minute. Hey, Lisa, we got mail from your lawyer. How did you know where we moved to?
That house is an empty house managed by your late husband's sister, right?
What?
She said, your husband and mother-in-law are living there without permission, and she complained to me.
Why would she?
I told her what had happened, and she agreed to cooperate with me until the matter was settled.
What matter?
I'm talking about the mail you received. Let me put it simply. I'm going to sue for adultery, so pay it at once. That's what it says.
Alimony?
My husband cheated on me. I have the right to demand it. And by the way, Holly has already paid it. What? It seems that Frank used the promise of his father's inheritance, which never existed, to get into a relationship with her. She said she would leave him if he didn't have money, and she went back to the countryside. By the way, she is planning to claim child support for the child. I'm sure you'll be getting a bill from Holly in the near future.
My grandchild? That child is to be my grandchild, and I am to raise them. I won't allow her to go back to the countryside.
That's between you and Holly. Actually, you'll have to talk to your lawyer. I can't help you if you talk to me. In any case, I'm sure you'll have to pay for the child out of Frank's low salary. Why don't you just give up and find a part-time job as soon as possible?
Oh no. Lisa, you can get back together with Frank.
I don't want to. I'm going to England.
England?
I'm sure you talked to Frank, but is there a lack of information exchange again?
If you say so.
It's too much trouble to say it all again. Ask your son.
Lisa?
Goodbye. As expected, Holly also sent a letter from her lawyer saying she wanted child support and custody of the baby. Frank tricked me into getting pregnant. I didn't know he was married. I am a victim. She successfully obtained the amount of money she requested. My ex-husband and mother-in-law had to pay a huge amount of money, including the portion I had claimed. They had to borrow money and are living in poverty in a shabby apartment. I saw them through to that point, and then I moved to England. I was in my 40s, so I thought it would be tough to remarry, and I was working hard at my job. I have become friends with a local man of the same age, and may possibly remarry.
Hey, when are you coming home? It's time to get ready for dinner. I don't know where you've been wandering around. Just come home and cook. What is this all of a sudden? I'm really busy at work right now. I told you I'll be home late for a while, didn't I? Stop lying. What? Work? Overtime? If you have time to lie, go buy some food for dinner. What's going on, Mom? You know I usually get home at 10 p.m. We agreed that you do all our meal preparations. I don't understand why you're suddenly telling me to cook. Don't call me Mom. It's filthy. Huh? What? I'm your father's wife. I'm not your mother. Sure, my mother died 10 years ago. You're my stepmother. But you forced me to call you Mom when I was little. What are you talking about now? Oh dear, Tiki. I didn't raise you that way. I hate lies. What's this all about all of a sudden? Besides, you didn't raise me, right? You told everyone that you'd take care of me. You forced me to call you Mom, and you pretended to be a good mother outside. In reality, you only cared for my sister Izzy, and my grandma and grandpa took care of me. And once my grandparents were gone, you made me drop out of high school and get a job. Just come back home. We are having a family meeting. What? Family meeting? About what? I have to lecture you about your future. A lecture? I don't understand. It doesn't sound urgent. Send me a message. I'll check that in between work. Enough with the lies. How can you say I'm lying? I really don't get it. We already know you're unemployed. What? Me? Why did you think so? You saw me go to work, didn't you? You've been going somewhere instead. Maybe a bar or something. I don't remember having a daughter like that. I want you home in an hour. Got it? Will you answer my question? I'm the one who wants to ask you questions. Just come home. What the hell is wrong with you? I've got a meeting I've got to get to. What? A meeting at this time of night? If you're going to lie, do it a little better. Our client is overseas, so there's a time difference. It's night here, but it's daytime there. You don't have a job. What are you talking about? How many times do I have to tell you? I do have a job. I can't talk to you. Hey, that's enough!
Oh, sis, it's all over, isn't it? I'm sorry for what happened.
What's going on? What's the matter with you?
The matter is you. You skipped the family meeting and didn't come home yesterday. You came home in the morning and had a breakfast. Who do you think you are? That's disgusting, like a thief. Mom and I are furious with you.
A thief? Don't talk like that. I had some trouble at work and had to stay overnight at the office. I just showered, changed, and had breakfast at home this morning. It's happened before. It's my house, so there's no problem.
Are you seriously saying it's your house?
I'm serious.
What? That's so gross! I don't remember letting an unemployed person eat free food in my house.
Are you saying that too? I do have a job.
You're a liar. We were talking about you last night. You were afraid that we would come after you, right?
No, I wasn't. I was really working late. I'm exhausted from dealing with all the trouble, so don't be crazy.
If you ask us, you're the trouble. The fact that you didn't show up for the family meeting is the best proof of that. And yet, you still came back to have your breakfast. You're so disgusting.
I told Mom I couldn't make it because I had to work. I asked her to message me. She hasn't sent me anything since. It's not like it's a big deal, so of course I put work first.
That's what I'm saying. This was an emergency meeting to discuss the lie about your job.
So, why do you and Mom think I don't have a job? I've been working all my life. I was always treated poorly in the family, but you never said that until yesterday, did you? Why all of a sudden?
We found out yesterday morning. The fact that you weren't actually working. You can't hide it anymore.
What? Why? What on earth is going on?
We heard it from Abby, your classmate from junior high school. I met her by chance on my way to the station.
Abby? Oh, I remember. She knows you too.
Yes, Abby told me. You said you just retired at your class reunion.
What? Why did she say such a thing?
The last time you had a reunion was about 5 years ago, right? I can't believe you have been unemployed for this long.
Well, I did move to another company after that.
I don't think so. You make $5,000 a year.
Huh?
I searched your room to find out what's going on.
You went through my room without permission? Stop doing that!
Then, what's with that bank statement? I looked at the total amount of transfers from just a year ago, and it was only $5,000. In other words, $5,000 a year. That's nothing. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
$5,000? What are you really talking about?
After a family meeting, we decided to kick you out of the house.
Huh?
We don't want you in our house, so we will ask you to leave. You are a big liar, too. your imaginary overseas business partners. It's so creepy. I even suggested that you could be our housekeeper. But we don't want to eat the food you prepared. So, we agreed to kick you out. So, don't come back. What do you mean? I really don't get it. You chose not to attend the family meeting. You have no right to complain. Mom says you're not family because you are not blood related to her. I don't want to think of this filthy woman as my sister either. Huh? I threw all your stuff in the yard. Take it and go away. Get on with it. Oh no, it's raining right now. I don't care. You're the one who hid the fact that you're unemployed. I'm so embarrassed. We feel so much better knowing you will be gone soon. You are not good enough for a family. A lazy, unemployed woman. Get out now. You don't seem to be listening to me at all. I don't want to. Just to make sure I'm clear. Does this mean Mom and Dad agree with you? Of course! I told you we had a family meeting. Oh, but let me correct one thing. Mom says you're not her daughter. So, your dad and stepmother agree with me. They want you out of the house. Well, then I want you to promise me one thing. What? After I leave this house, you're not gonna have anything to do with me. Wait a minute! Of course not! What are you talking about? That's my line. You are so cocky. Don't even depend on me for money in the future. Useless, jobless woman. You're trying to harass me because you got kicked out? What you are doing is a crime. Turn yourself in now and return the money. Or else I will report you to the police. What's wrong? I'm not sure, but I don't remember doing anything wrong. If you want to call the police, feel free to do so. You won't be able to act like that soon. It's obvious that you are stealing our money. Huh? It sounds like you're calling me a thief. What are you talking about? The family credit card. The bill is so high. We are not doing anything special. I can only assume that you are using it a lot. No, I don't use the family card. I use my own card. Please don't make these accusations. Don't lie to me. Be honest with me. This is stealing, okay? You don't have a job and have been eating our food. I let you off the hook and you are spending a lot using our credit card. It's a good thing I kicked you out, a nasty person like you. Now, if you honestly admit what you did and return all the money, I'll forgive you without making a big deal out of it. Then you can report me. I didn't do anything wrong. Oh dear, what a child! How dare you! I'm so disgusted. Just hurry up and pay me back. And from now on, change your attitude and work hard. Get a job that pays more than $50,000 a year. You got 2 digits wrong. What? What are you talking about? Izzy said your annual income was $5,000. That's not true. Then you can't be serious. If I'm wrong about 2 digits, that means your annual income is $500,000? Don't be ridiculous. You're not making as much as you should be. Whatever you're doing is not worth it. I had no idea you were this stupid.
I do make $500,000 a year. What? I don't know how Izzy misread it. $500,000 is my annual income. Huh? What? Izzy is a college graduate, and I think she's not that dumb. I think she simply misread it. My annual income is $500,000. You say all that stuff. You still need to take responsibility. You know what? You've got to realize something now. What? My father is a really lazy bum. He has been unemployed for a long time. Can't you see that? Huh? I think it was a year ago. Dad's company went bankrupt due to the recession. What? Your father's company went bankrupt? He hasn't told you, or is he? I had to find out because my company is in the same line of business. Until he gets a new job, I secretly put $4,000 a month into your account for living expenses. 4,000? And besides, did you say you are working for a company? Yes, I've been working there for 5 years. 5 years? You could have at least told me. I said it back then, and I think I've said it many times since then. I told you that I'm changing jobs because I'm taking over my boyfriend's father's company. My boyfriend has things he wants to do, so... What? Did you really tell me that? I thought you were aware of that. You haven't noticed for 5 years? You clearly don't care about me. I have been so busy because in addition to my original responsibilities, I have to make the rounds to greet people and attend meetings to get to know them as the next president of the company. I'm also working hard to learn new things. The next president? That's what I'm saying. Right now, I make $500,000 a year, including long hours and overtime. When I become president, my job will be easier and my income will increase. What? Is it going to go up even more? How much more? I don't know. It depends on the company's performance. Maybe around $1 million? $1 million? Really? That's amazing! As a mother, I'm proud of you! What are you talking about? My mother is dead. Don't act like that. What? Why would you say that? You told me, remember? You are not my mother. That's not true! And on top of that, I was kicked out of the house for a misunderstanding without being allowed to correct it. You really are a terrible family. You are the one who didn't show up for the family meeting. It's your fault. I couldn't leave because I had to attend a meeting and I asked you to message me. I told you, didn't I? Actually, it wasn't urgent that I had to leave, so that's good. Millie? What? If that's the case, you can come back to our house, okay? We are family, so let's live together. Huh? You can continue depositing $4,000. Huh? You promised you wouldn't get involved with me anymore, didn't you? How could I forget? Huh? That's what I told Izzy. She didn't tell me. Wait!
Mom got mad at me because of you! I really don't get it! If you have a job, why didn't you say so earlier?
I've been saying that for a long time. You just didn't listen. Don't you dare push me around and make it my fault.
But your bank statement did say $5,000. I'm not dumb.
You must have misread it. There are some deposits, but you must have missed some zeros.
Mom blames me for that. She kicked you out because I made a mistake. She's left with Dad, who doesn't work at all. She's worried that she's not gonna be able to make a living.
That's right.
Come back now.
I don't understand what's going on. You promised me that you wouldn't get involved from now on. When you found out I was the next president, you changed your attitude and asked me for money. Don't you feel embarrassed? I was kicked out of my house. Please don't get involved with me anymore.
Sis, from now on,
Don't call me sister.
why?
I was adopted by my fiancé's parents. So, I don't know anything about you guys. Good luck with your family. Soon after, I blocked my stepmother and sister. Then my father contacted me. I was actually wondering why my father agreed to kick me out. He thought they would know about his situation if he disagreed. He didn't want to disappoint his wife and Izzy. The message said it all. My father had always been arrogant. Even while I was paying for his living expenses, he thought he deserved it instead of being grateful. I was fed up with him, so I blocked him too. A few weeks later, I saw their names on the TV news. They ran out of their money and attempted a robbery. Of course, they failed and were all arrested. I was stunned at how stupid they were, but I'm glad they won't bother me now. It didn't particularly affect my appointment as president. Now I have a fresh start and work hard daily as president.
Hey, Mia. I'm going to be home late tonight. So, you'll have to eat dinner by yourself.
What? Again? You're coming home late today, too?
Huh? You got a problem with that?
I was already preparing dinner. You said you wanted to have hamburgers tonight. I went to the trouble of making for you, and I was waiting.
Did I say that? I can't help it if I can't go home. You can just eat the leftovers tomorrow.
You still haven't finished work?
Something like that.
Well, maybe there's nothing you can do about being late. But think about how I feel when I have to eat leftovers all the time. If you don't want dinner, I'd appreciate it if you called earlier.
Don't try to tie me down like that, okay?
What?
I don't like it when you tell me to come home early or call you.
But we are married, aren't we?
Don't tie me down just because we are married. You and I are married in name only.
In name only?
I'm the boss's son. I married you in an arranged marriage. To be honest, you're not my type. I don't like plain, quiet women like you. I like gorgeous women.
Then why did you marry me?
Because it's convenient to have you as a wife.
Huh?
You may not be pretty, but you're good at cooking and cleaning. There's no way men would go after you, so it's safe to leave you alone. It was a great way for me to be married, just for the sake of appearances.
Well, you certainly are honest, aren't you?
Didn't think you came out ahead by marrying me? I'm the next president of a big company after all. Thanks to me, you can live a rich life. Don't question my every move.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, about our honeymoon weekend. You and I will take different flights.
What?
You take the flight after me.
Why?
Because I'm a freedom-loving guy. I like to be free when I'm on the move.
On your honeymoon?
If it were just the two of us together, it'll be stifling. Even if we take different flights, we can meet up at the hotel.
Well, if that's what you want to do, fine.
By the way, we have separate rooms at the hotel.
What? Separate rooms?
You have a problem with that?
Well, I don't think that's a honeymoon anymore.
You know what? You know our marriage is just a formality, right? Then, of course, the honeymoon will be just a formality. Don't you even understand that?
But we still got married. I was hoping that our honeymoon would be a place where we could deepen our friendship.
That's your perspective. I don't want to deepen my friendship with you. Don't push your values on me.
Then why bother going on a trip at all? Separate transportation, separate hotel rooms. I don't see the point in going together.
You don't understand anything. I'm the boss's son, and I'm not even going on a honeymoon. I don't know what people would say if they found out.
So we are going on a honeymoon just for the sake of appearances.
That's right. My dad's always nagging me about taking care of my wife. Well, we can stay in a nice hotel with separate rooms. We'll meet in the lobby when we both check in.
Okay.
Okay? Just be thankful I'm taking you on a trip at all. Also, I might not come back tonight, so I'll just stay somewhere tonight. Don't wait up for me, just go to bed.
Huh? You're not coming home?
I told you don't question my every move. See you later.
Ted, I just checked into the hotel. Are you already here? I thought we were supposed to meet in the lobby at 6. I can't see you anywhere. We're supposed to have dinner together tonight, right?
Yeah, about that. Let's just split up for the night, huh?
What? Why?
I told you before, I'm a freedom-loving guy.
But a honeymoon apart?
I told you the honeymoon is just a formality. I'm gonna enjoy my honeymoon alone. You just go out sightseeing or something.
You are not alone, are you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Your room is a double room and mine is a single room. The point is, you booked separate rooms so you could spend time with another woman, right?
How the hell do you even know about the room I booked?
You made a hotel reservation online and then you left your computer screen where it was. I could see your entire reservation history.
I did? But the only reason my room is double is because I just wanted to stretch out and have a big bed. Imagine me bringing a woman?
Today, Lily, a coworker of yours.
Huh?
Tomorrow, May, who works for one of your clients.
What?
Next, Anne, your childhood friend. The woman you are gonna stay with.
You knew all that?
I know that you've been seeing other women since you married me. You must be very fond of them since you brought them along on your honeymoon.
How did you find out?
I saw you dating other women. Rumors come in from all kinds of people. I'd rather ask you if you are even trying to hide it. You said you were going to be late because of work. You'd come home drunk and stinking of perfume.
Since you didn't say anything, I thought you didn't know.
Did you think I was that naive? I think anyone would know when you are being so obvious.
Dan. Well, if you know, you know. That's right, I've been seeing a lot of girls. This trip wasn't just about you. So, you're just gonna stand your ground. It's boring being alone with you, you plain girl. You came all the way out here for a trip. You should be enjoying yourself. I'm so disappointed. This isn't a honeymoon, it's a fling. But you can't complain about what I did, can you? You're not in a position to divorce me anyway. What? You know that, right? Your dad's company is a subcontractor for my dad's company. The whole point of marrying me is to get a special discount on orders to the subcontractor. If you and I get divorced, not only would that arrangement be cancelled, but the business itself will be suspended. In other words, you can't divorce me if you want your father's company to survive. Well, that solved the mystery of why you are so blatant. You interpreted my marriage to you as if it was a political maneuver. What else could it be but a political marriage? If you know what's good for you, you won't get in the way of what I want to do. I'll cheat on you while we are on our honeymoon. If you don't like it, you can divorce me right here and now. If you have the courage to. I understand. I'll spend my time as I see fit. You're on your own. Yeah, that's fine. If you don't want me to divorce you, you better listen to me. I'm glad you're such a reasonable woman. I'll give you plenty of attention when we get back from the trip. Dad, sorry if you're working. Is this a good time? Yeah, Mia. I'm off work today. It's okay. What's up? I thought you and Ted were on your honeymoon. Yeah, but... Is it okay to be texting your father while you're on your honeymoon? There's something I really wanted to tell you. Huh? I thought it might be very unsettling to say something like this out of the blue, but I don't think I can do this. You just got married. What's going on? I realized that Ted is very mistaken about our marriage. What do you mean, mistaken? I don't know if my father-in-law is thinking the same way as Ted. Ted is supposed to be taking over the company sometime about next year. That's right. He mentioned that it was time to make a generation change. Judging from Ted's attitude, if things continue as they are, it's obvious that our technology will be gobbled up. What did you say? I think it's only a matter of time before the relationship between the companies takes a turn for the worse. Mia, what the hell is going on? I'd like to explain it to you now. I don't think I'll be able to explain it very well by text. Is it okay if I call you directly? Yeah, no problem here. Thanks. Okay, I'll call you back in a few minutes. Hey, Mia. How's your trip going? I'm enjoying my trip with beautiful women, going to the pool and eating good food. Well, I guess you're probably reading a book in a single room all by your lonesome. Anyway, I've got some good news. I've decided to make a special night for you. How's that? Aren't you happy? Let's play honeymoon like you wanted to. So anyway, get ready and be in my room within 15 minutes. Got it? Hey, Mia! What are you waiting for? It's already been more than 15 minutes. I'll take care of you. Just come to my room. I'm the one who canceled plans with other women and chose you for our honeymoon. And then you go and ignore me like this?
was wondering what all those noisy notifications were on my phone. It turns out to be you. Huh? You think you can talk to your own husband like that? I went to all the trouble of trying to pay you some attention today. Not only did you not show up on time, but you talk like that? Oh well, weren't you planning to play around with Maya all day today? I changed my mind. You're looking forward to your honeymoon. I just felt bad leaving you alone all the time. I'm such a sweet husband, even though we are married for appearances. All right, well, get your ass up here to my room. I'll keep you company for the rest of the honeymoon. No, thanks. Oh, come on, you don't have to be shy. You're my wife after all. No, I'm not being shy. I'm just saying no because I don't want to. You're refusing my invitation? I'm saying I'm gonna give you priority over Maya. Even though you're ugly, I chose you, so be grateful. It's just that Maya went home, didn't she? Huh? Her husband found out that she was traveling with you. What? You knew Maya had a husband? I know that much. I can't believe you brought Maya, a married woman, on a trip with you. You've got some nerve, don't you? Oh no, her husband already found out. Poor Maya. It's probably chaos at her house right about now. Oh my God, this is bad. Also, I'm already home. Huh? I thought you were in the same hotel as me. I took a flight home this morning. Right now, I'm in the middle of packing my stuff to go back to my parents' house. Huh? What the hell do you think you're doing? You left your husband on your honeymoon and went home on your own? No. This trip wasn't a honeymoon. I just wanted to pretend that we went on a honeymoon, even if it's just for show. Geez, you're screwing it all up. What's everyone gonna think if they found out my wife went home without me? You cheat on your wife without giving it another thought and worry about what everyone's gonna think about you. Shut up! Going home and humiliating me like this. Do you want me to divorce you? I'm already divorced. What? I talked to my parents on the phone while we were on vacation. I went to see your parents as soon as I got back here. And when I told them that I was divorcing and the reason why, both sides agreed with me immediately. Huh? Why? You brought your mistresses on our honeymoon. Of course my parents would want me to get a divorce. But your father would be in trouble if we got divorced. After all, he's a subcontractor for my father's company. I think you're gravely mistaken. Huh? It's true that my father's company is a subcontractor to your father's company. But my father's company has patent on some of the products. Patents? Your father's company subcontracts the patent work to my father's company. In other words, they're taking on work that no other company can do but my father's. Oh God, so that doesn't mean that... Yes, that means that if you stop doing business with my father's company, it's your father's company that will be in trouble. Seriously? Are you being serious? There's no reason for me to lie, is there? If you don't believe me, you can check with your father. I mean, you're the president-elect and you didn't even know that. No, because even though I'm the president's son, I don't know much about running a business. I thought that being a subcontractor meant that they're in a weak position. Your father was appalled. In addition to not knowing anything about the company, he said he can't let a man who cheated on his wife on their honeymoon take over. It's not my fault, I didn't know. Cheating was just for fun. Just for fun? That's right. A CEO should have a mistress or two. I'm his only son and heir. My father would forgive me. Do you think someone with such an insane mindset can be in charge of an organization? Huh? Your father says he's gonna pretend he never heard of you becoming the next president. What? Dad was serious? I'm sure he was. Wait a minute! I'm his only son. If I don't take over the company, who on earth will? Your father's company seems to have a lot of talented employees. It's not like he's insisting on an heir to take over the company. There's no need to make his idiot son the president of the company, is there? What? Oh, it was your father who called you an idiot son. As for the next president, I don't know anything about him. You can ask your father directly about the details when you go to work. Oh, can we just forget about the divorce after all? Huh? What's the matter with you? You're the one who said we're getting a divorce. I've changed my mind. I don't want to divorce you. Even though you say you don't want a divorce, you've had several lovers. I get it. Then I'll cut off all other women from today. Is that okay? What? I won't cheat on you anymore. I'll take good care of you as my wife. I'll let bygones be bygones. So we don't have to get a divorce, right? If I don't get a divorce, I won't trouble my dad. Well, I was born the son of a CEO. I can't just hand over the next president's position to someone else. However, I think you're mistaken about one other thing. What? What else is there? You said that our marriage was a political ploy. It's just an arranged marriage that has nothing to do with each other's father's company, okay? Huh? So if I find out you're cheating on me, we'll just get divorced right away. Divorce doesn't mean the companies will stop doing business with each other. Really? You said you were giving my father's company a special break on orders. I checked with your father and he said you are mistaken. Like I said before, your father's company and my father's company are equal in terms of contractor and subcontractor. It's a relationship of equals. Then why am I not the next president? Divorce has nothing to do with the company. I'll talk to you again after I've consulted with a lawyer and got preparations arranged. What? You're kidding me! Well then, I'll call you again when I've consulted with a lawyer and made arrangements. Wait a minute! I'm sorry I cheated on you! Please, just start over with me! No way! You like me, don't you? I'm going back there right now! Let's sit down and talk about this together! You've got to be kidding me! What? You're just a cheating bastard who thinks he's so great because he's a president's son. I don't even want to see your face. Oh, come on! Of course I'm going to file for compensation. I'm sure it's gonna be tough for you from here on out. Anyway, good luck with that. Mia, wait! Mia? My boss's position! Oh, come on, really? After that, my ex-husband, Ted, met with a tragic fate.
Apparently, he took the advantage of the fact that he was the president's son. He was always slacking off by forcing his junior staff to do all the work. Not only was he removed as the next president, but he was also fired from the company. I mercilessly demanded compensation from him. He had to borrow money to pay it. Furthermore, since all the cheating partners were married, their husbands also demanded compensation. Ted is now desperately paying off his dad by working a day labor or a part-time job. As for me, after the divorce, I went back to my parents' house and started looking for a job. I am now working full-time at a local company. I plan to stay single for a while. If I do get married, I want to make sure I don't fall for a clueless man like my ex-husband.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.